What's up, everybody? Nice, hot, humid Sunday morning here in Mayberry, and I thought I would get some of my brewing equipment out and test it out, do a few experiments, show you a couple of items that I haven't shown you yet. I think I've talked about them, but I did finally get the Bayou Classic SQ14 burner, 55,000 BTUs, I believe. It's perfect for the keg converted to keggle that you see there, that you've seen in the other video. Got it hooked up to the 20-pound propane tank, so that's going to be cool. I got to get the flame adjusted. I fired it up once, but I've not adjusted the flame, so get that going here in a minute. Since I haven't shown you this, I'll show you. I have got the top cut out of the keg, and I took the lid that I cut out, the part that I cut out, and made a lid. Just put some stainless steel washers and bolts, drill some holes. I didn't do any welding like I was originally thinking about doing. This was simple enough just to be able to sit back on there with some tin foil over the hole to get the water boil up a little quickly, or to keep bugs out or whatever. So that's pretty cool. Got the old trusty meat thermometer that I use for my thermometer. And the kit that I have coming that I'm going to be doing, which will be my first all grain brew, is an IPA, and that kit has like 11 pounds of grain, and at 1.25 quarts per pound, it was like a little less than 4 gallons of water. So what I'm going to do is, I've got 4 gallons of water here in my True Brew bucket. 4 gallons of water, I'm going to pour it in a kettle, put it on the burner, get it up to, I know the strike water temperature should be 155, I think, for this kit. So I need, to go up to about 160. I can't remember the exact numbers. I got them in there for my strike water. And I'm also going to bump it up maybe another 10 degrees just as a test. I think I'm going to go about 170 degrees to start with, just to see. And when I get it up to 170 degrees, Bentley's laying here in my way, I'll bring the water in here, and you see my mash tun sitting there. And the whole point of this is to see how much heat my mash tun absorbs. Some people use they'll boil water or get water up to a certain temperature, put it in their mash tun, let the mash tun heat up and absorb that heat, and then dump that water. But I don't see any sense in that, so I'm just going to go above my strike temperature, or my my water temperature, a few more degrees to account for the heat absorption from my mash tun. So it's, like I say, it's going to be a trial and error thing until I figure out my system. So that'll be cool. So I'm going to fire it up here. Hopefully before long I'll have me a nice concrete pad poured out here, so I can have a place to brew and do my outside brewing, and plus we'll have a nice little place to sit other than the deck around the back of the house. See my old buddy Bentley, he's laying here trying to help me. Want some beer? Hey, Bentley. Yeah, Bentley's fine. Alright, I'm going to fire this thing up, and I'll let you know the results. Alrighty, got the burner fired up, got the keggle on the burner, and got the water in the keggle, and she's cranked. As you can see, you got a nice blue flame going under there. Got it cranked up pretty good. Got the lid on here. It's probably been maybe 4 or 5 minutes. So I'm going to take a little test here. Take my mash paddle and stir the water around a little bit. And see what we got here. I don't know how good you can see this, but like I say, after 4 or 5 minutes, it's already here 95, 98, 100, 102, 104. So it's going up pretty quick for 4 gallons of, it was pretty cold water, out of the faucet in there. So probably going to get it up to 170 and just start with that. Maybe 175 before I pour it into the mash tun, just to get an idea of what kind of heat absorption I'm going to get from my mash tun. So when I get that in there, I'll video it and let you see what I got. All right, got the water up on the in the keggle to about 170, 172 degrees. Killed the flame and brought the keggle in here to the mash tun to pour the water in the tun, and I already knew this, but definitely will be putting a ball valve on the keggle to transfer the water easier, because picking up a keggle with just 4 pounds of water in it is just, you know, it's dangerous, it's too cumbersome. I knew it was going to be that way, but I just wanted to give this a little test to see about my mash tun and the temperature. So definitely need to get a ball valve in the keggle, and I definitely need to get a sight glass and a temperature probe in the keggle, because sticking your hand in there all the time, just, you know, I just want a temperature probe. So much better than sticking a digital thermometer down in there every 10 minutes trying to get your temperatures. But something else I was going to say, but anyway, got the water in here. By the time I got it in the mash tun, the water, I checked the temperature, it was 168 degrees, I believe it was. That was just from, you know, the drop from 172, whatever it was up to the 168. By the time I got it in the mash tun, it was just from me, you know, trying to figure out how to hold this thing and not scald myself and do it properly without a ball valve. But got it in there at 168, shut the lid for 10 minutes and checked it. It was like 161. So that was the absorption, you know, to the mash tun, taking on the heat. And right now I just checked it. It's at, I opened the lid a few times, so it's at 159, which is, you know, a little bit lower than what I would want my strike water to be. I think I can't remember. It's like in the mid 160s, 163, something like that for the batch that I was going to do, or upcoming batch I'm going to do. But I'm going to leave it for an hour just to see how much heat loss I have in this mash tun. So after an hour, we'll see where we go from 159. Hopefully I won't lose much. So there you go. Like I say, I learned a lot. I need to get some gravity system set up to where I can have my boiler up a little, my hot liquor tank up a little higher than my mash tun. I'll figure something out on that so I can do a gravity feed, hopefully using the ball valve down to the mash tun, because picking that sucker up, and oh, I know what I was going to say. Obviously I could have done 4 gallons on the stove upstairs, but I wanted to use the boil kettle just to try it out and see how quick it got the temperatures up. And I'm really pleased with it. Just need to figure out, you know, or do something for the gravity feed system, because like I say, just lifting that's too much. Especially if I start doing 10-gallon batches, definitely I have to have a pump or a gravity system of some sort. So there you go. Questions, comments, tips, feel free to lay them on me. Appreciate it.